What's going on YouTube? You know who it is. Subscriptions video. I wanted to get this done earlier, but I had a real bad problem with a tooth recently, and it was to the point where I was in so much pain I couldn't sleep. Got that taken care of. Got my subs read a little later than normal because I had such a headache and everything I couldn't even focus on them. But have a decent amount of books here this week. More than a decent amount. I mean, pretty much an extraordinary amount. I looked at them when I got them, and I was just kind of dumbfounded that I'm buying this many books a week. First up, Age of Ultron, Book 9. I can't believe I stuck with this the whole way through, but I am pleasantly satisfied, I can actually say. It's still a letdown, regardless. Paying $3.99 an issue for this, and ultimately, all it is a jumping off point for a new series, and maybe a new dimension, new universe, whatever. It's just, it felt really pushed to me. It was really forced. The way they're going about it is okay. This book is alright. Wolverine goes back in time again to stop himself, who went back in time, from killing Hank Pym before he creates Ultron. So Wolverine goes back in time to kill himself before he kills Hank Pym. A lot of schnickety-schnickety. A lot of Wolverine being Wolverine, and I did like he wore the old Wolverine costume in this, though. At the end, you see Ultron is actually created. Hank Pym created him kind of by accident. We'll see what happens. A book that I am so bittersweet about, it's so just kind of salt and pepper on, is Avengers Arena number 10. I was going to drop this series. This series was done in my head. It was absolutely over. And then I read this book, and I'm interested again. For 10 issues, I feel that they've put this book out. It's been mediocre for 6, 7 issues. And I can't see myself paying that amount of money to only be satisfied 30% of the time. But I said if this title wasn't good, I'd drop it. I actually enjoyed this title, so I'm keeping Avengers Arena for at least one more issue. If it drops off again, I'm done. I'm dropping it. But that issue kept me on that title. A title I probably should drop, but I'm not going to just because I love the team, is Thunderbolts number 10. I don't like the way this is written or drawn at this point. There's some weird things going on with Elektra's brother. I don't know. I feel that if there was a different creative team on this, it would be phenomenal. But I feel like they're going to give Way just everything he wants, like they did with that Deadpool title, and he's just going to run this into the ground. I hope it picks up. I really do, but I don't see it happening. Although I'm not going to drop it. It's only $2.99, and I love the characters. All New XMen number 12. This is All New XMen meet the Uncanny Avengers, which I think is hilarious that the Uncanny Avengers are in all books but their own. They're in Cable and X-Force as well. Because it's kind of like Rick. They said, "Hey Rick, just start this off. Just give us who the characters are, and then do whatever the hell you want." Because that's what he did. He started off as a regular Uncanny Avengers book, and now he's back into his Apocalypse thing that he did with Uncanny X-Force. And I'm not mad. I like it. I like seeing him do what he does, but it's almost like he was like, alright, I'm done. Doing what I want to do now. But this book has a beautiful moment when Havoc now meets the past Cyclops, and they actually hug. It's a very awesome moment. This book is awesome. I have been doubting this book, and I can't do it anymore. The past completion of this book has been awesome. Get the digital code if you don't believe me. And now moving on to the other book that I just showed that has the Uncanny Avengers in it, Cable and X-Force. This one's pretty much about the Uncanny Avengers hunting down Hope to try to find her father, and just great. I love Cable, I love Hope, I love this title, period. It's just, everything about the title is what I wanted to see from it. I really don't have much to say. They talk a little bit about Hope's past, and just about how that's her dad, you know. Good times, though. Take the digital code if you don't believe me. Another book that is just killer, that I've absolutely loved, is Avengers, and this is book 13, drawn by the wonderful Mike Diodato, my favorite artist currently penciling. And this has Hyperion, Thor, and Iron Man versus a Terminus that is charged by the batteries of the kids that they were kind of raising last issue. And the only reason they're fighting it is because they want the kids back. High Evolutionary stole the kids. Another wonderful scene in here between Hyperion and Thor talking about their past and about how their futures, they're immortal and all this. It's just, that relationship is awesome. I hope it stays around. Even though I feel that Hickman does get in trouble sometimes putting layer on top of layer on top of layer and never going anywhere with it, I'm alright with these past couple layers. Because they've been wonderfully done, and Deodato has been drawing them phenomenally. The battle between them when Thor and Hyperion finally took out Terminus in this, unbelievable. I absolutely love this title. Digital code not up for grabs, this one's already spoken for. Now moving to a book that I was not a fan of. I didn't know what they were trying to do. I kind of saw what they were trying to do, but it wasn't done right for me. That was Dial H, number 13. I just wasn't feeling it. It just wasn't working for me. I was reading it, and I was just struggling through it. I did not like it at all. It was kind of a story about this window man and about his quest to connect to these graffiti people. I didn't like it. I really didn't. Like I said when that title started, first couple issues in, I thought it would be so much better if they were just kind of single-issue stories rather than this giant story arc they're trying to go so deep with. Next, I believe we have a new creative team on Swamp Thing. This is number 21. I firmly enjoyed this book. It has some warrior who's been alive for hundreds of years, using her right for sanctuary almost, and I guess it was given by a former Avatar of the Green, and he goes and talks to the Green about it, and they say, yeah, but you don't have to honor that. He tries to investigate more. It looks like it's going to be a good story. There's bits when it started where I felt like it was just too comic booky, because like this was a title that the panels were done in a way that that's what gave this book character. And then when this one opened, it wasn't the same, and it was just like panel to panel to panel. But then eventually it gets back to normal, if that makes any sense. Back to what this book actually is. And then I actually really enjoyed it. That's not going anywhere from my pull list. This book is phenomenal. Once again, another one. Thanos Rising, number 3. Jason Aaron, I believe Jim Starlin would approve and would be proud of what you've done with this. He puts Thanos in this, trying to distance himself from being a murderer and trying to just live his life. He doesn't want to be seen like that. He feels like eventually he will fit in and be a normal person. He has many children with many alien races. He's out just, working on a pirate ship, a space pirate ship, but not murdering himself. They murder and he just stands there. And the captain picks on him, calls him a loser and all this. And he goes home to his family. He has no feelings for them though, but he just keeps saying, if I keep, doing this, it'll eventually click and it'll be alright. But then one day his captain kind of challenges him, and he closes his eyes, and when he wakes up, just slaughtered. So goes back to home to find, his mother's grave, who was his first murder, his actual first murder, I guess. And the girl, the mysterious girl that was in the past issues that kind of brought the killing out in the first place, is there, and talks to her. We realize they actually love each other, and she says, "You have to do one thing if you want me." And then it skips to him just killing his own children and former just every person he ever had a child with, and every lady or species or alien he ever took in the bedroom with him, just killing them. I don't know how they're going to work it into how Nebula stays alive. I don't know if they're going to still work that into this story, or if that's kind of a thing of the past. I think it's Nebula. But we'll see. I absolutely love this, though. This story is phenomenal. This art by Simone Bianchi is incredible. I love this title. One of my favorite characters, and just Jason Aaron is killing it. Now a book that I really like where it's going, but still have no idea what it is Green Arrow. This is the second issue I picked up, is 21. And back on the island,